So, hello everyone. So, this is our discussion for debt markets. And to start with, we have the contents. We are going to discuss the characteristics of debt markets, the characteristics of debt instruments, valuation of bonds, bond duration and convexity, and callable bonds and other bond instruments. So we have the debt market instrument characteristics. So the REA class is it's the debt market instrument. So debt markets are used by both firms and governments to raise funds for long-term purposes naman class, no? When we speak of debt markets, long term. Okay? So bonds are long-term borrowing instruments for the issuer. So when we speak of bonds, so if this is the issuer, so you're going to issue a bond, no? Then if you issue this bond, no, to other persons or institutions, okay, so ihatag mong bond sa ila. In exchange for that, they will lend money to you. So amo na siya class ang lagan, no, when you are the bond issuer, no. And when we speak about bonds, so bonds secured on the assets of the issuing company, no, same with this. If this is the issuer, same also with the issuing company, okay, are known as debentures. So if may issue ka bond, then you have the collateral, no. So this collateral is what we call debentures, no. You issue bond plus you have the collateral for this money, and this collateral is known as debentures. So bonds that are not secured are referred to as loan stock. So if wala ni si collateral, ginatawag sa iya is loan stock. So important characteristics of bonds. So there is a residual maturity or redemption date. So as time passes, the residual maturity of any bond shortens, no? So bonds are classified into short term. So if short term is life is up to 5 years. So if long term naman niya, it's more than 5 years. And it is classified into medium term if its life is 5 to 15 years, and so long term na gid saya class if over 15 years. Pero to simplify, long term and short term. Okay? For the bonds, okay? Then bonds pay a fixed rate of interest called coupon. Okay? Coupon ang tawag sa fixed rate of interest niya ginabayad ni bonds. Then the par or redemption value of bonds, it is the price at which bonds are first issued, no. Ang price nga pag-issue, no, sa sini nga tawo pag-issue ya, ang ini nga kwarta nga nabato niya is the par. Okay? Or the redemption value of bonds. Okay? Then types of bonds. We have the callable and putable bonds or putable bonds. Callable bonds can be redeemed at the issuer's discretion prior to the specified maturity. So, pwede ma-call, no? Anytime before redemption. So, butang ta. The redemption is June 30, 2022. So, prior to that, gin-call ya. So, muna siya yung callable bonds. PD na saya, no class. Then, putable bonds can be sold back to the issuer on specified dates prior to the redemption date. So, when we speak of call, it's buy. When we speak of put, it's sell. Okay? So, callable bonds. The area is putable or putable. Any of the two bonds. Okay? Buy, sell. Convertible bonds, name itself, pwede siya ma-convert into some other asset on a specified terms at a future date. Okay? Option for the holders now to convert. Okay? Then, conversion is usually into equities in the firm, though it may be sometimes be into floating rate notes. So, what are these floating rate notes? So, these are corporate bonds where the coupon can be adjusted at predetermined intervals. So, the adjustment will be made by reference to some benchmark rate specified when the bond is first issued. So, the floating rate notes is not that common, no, as one of the types of bonds. Then index-linked bonds. These are corporate bonds where the coupon can be adjusted to high and variable rates of inflation. Junk bonds. Junk bonds are corporate bonds whose issuers are regarded by bond credit rating agencies as being high risk. Okay, junk bonds. So they will carry a rate of at least rate of interest at least 200 basis points or 200% above that for the corresponding bonds issued by high quality borrowers. So when we speak of high risk, di ba class, if taas ang risk, then taas ang return. So direya, so tamaan siya ka risk, so usually do hindi siya muna ang ginagamit gid. So siguro mo na siya ginpangalanan sa junk. Okay? So stripping refers to the breaking up of bond into its component payments, and its maturity or redemption value. So gin-split si coupon and its maturity. So strips. Okay? Bond valuation. So bond valuation is a technique for determining the theoretical fair value of a particular bond. So bond valuation includes calculating the present value class of the bond's future interest payments, also known its cash flow, and the bond's value upon maturity, also known as its face value or par value. So we have here the formula and the example later on. So calculating the value of a coupon bond factors in the annual or semi-annual coupon payment and the par value of the bond. So this is the formula. So you don't need to memorize. Kaya explain natin kung paano siya ginagawa. Okay? So, example, find the value of a corporate bond with annual interest rate of 5%, making semi-annual interest payments for 2 years, after which the bond matures and the principal must be repaid. Assume a yield to maturity of 3%. So, baliktad eh. So, you have here the coupon and the face value. So coupon is the sum of C over 1 plus R raised to T. So capital C is the excuse me class, future cash flows that is the coupon payments. R is the discount rate or the yield to maturity. F is the face value of bond, and T number of periods. T is time to maturity. I think this is small letter T. Excuse me class. Okay, so let's go back here. After which, find the value of a corporate bond with an annual interest rate of 5%, making a semi-annual interest payments for 2 years, after which the bond matures and the principal must be repaid. Assume your YTM of 3%. So you have the face value of the bond. It's 1,000 for corporate bond. So it's the face value. Coupon rate or the C. So it's 5%. So since you are making a semi-annual interest payments, no? So your annual interest is 5%. So if you make semi-annual interest payments, no? Within 1 year, if 5%, tungaon is 5%. So that is why you have a 2.5% per annum. Yes. No. Per period. No? So, kada 6 months, gabayad ikaw 2.5%. Okay? So, your future cash flows or your C is 2.5% times 1,000, which is the face value of your bond. So, you pay $25 per period or every 6 months. So, if 1 year na class, it's 50. So, if 2 years, it's 100. Okay? Then, your T, your small letter T is 2 years times 2. So, it's 4 periods for semi-annual coupon payments. So, kaapat ka magbayad. Kaya, di ba, if in 1 year, semi-annual payments, duwa ginahimo mo nga payments. So, if 2 years, apat. Then, your time to maturity for periods. So, first is the present value of your semi-annual payments. Excuse me, class. Okay. Sorry for the interruptions, no? Kay daw galain na nga akon nga nga ubo. So, to continue, we have to get the present value of your semi-annual payments. So, ang ginahimo na di class is ginakwa ang present value sang imo annual payments. So, if you are making 4 payments within 2 years using the 2.5 using the 2.5% as the interest rate, no, for your payment, and your yield to maturity is 3%. So therefore, we have to get the present value of for 3% at 4 periods, no, equivalent to 4 semi-annual payments. So pagkuha ta dira, magkuha ka mo sa present value, you have the formula of 1 over 1 plus r raised to n. So if in period 1, you have 1 divide 1 plus 3% raised to 1. So you have 9709. You have 1 plus 3% raised to 2, 9426. And for the third period, 9151. And for the fourth is 8885. Okay? This is kung isa-isahon mo, present value. Pero kung if present value annuity, ang makuha mo is kung i-total mo ni. Okay? So, kung i-total mo na, it's 3.6991. Kung pangitaon mo na class sa PV table for annuity at 4 periods, 3% amo ning makuha mo, no, if you want to go over with your present value. Pero kung gusto mo isa-isahon, area is its present value nga single lang, no, or simple. Okay, the area is for annuity. So your present value of your semi-annual payments, it's 92.48. So since pwede ta makagamit class annuity, kay same lang atong ginabayad, no, for period. Kung hindi pareho, so kinanglan naton isa-isahon. Okay? So, it's $92.48. And we have to get the present value of the face value. So, ma-mature siya after the fourth period. So, ang atong present value sa ika-fourth nga period is 0.885. Hindi kita kagamit class ang annuity class ha, kay gagamit ng ta annuity if we are making the same payment, no, for each period. Each period ni sa class. Pero kung present value lang class ang face value, ma-end siya at the fourth period. Okay? So, kung ma-end siya fourth period, ining si 1,000, hindi na siya 1,000 after 4 period. Amo na siya class ang meaning sang present value. Okay? So, amo na sa. So, you have the present value of your face value, which is 888.5. So, plus mo na siya sa present value sang imo coupon payments, which is 92.48. Then, the value of your bond is 980.98. Okay? So, to summarize, magkuha ka sang value sang imo nga bond. First is kuhaon mo ang present value of your coupon payments. Okay? Second is kuhaon mo ang present value of your face value of the bond. I-add mo ni sila duwa, that's the value of your bond. Okay? Amo na sa class. Then, for zero coupon bond, kung zero coupon, so since wala 0%, no, ang aton nga coupon, ang value of the bond lang is the present value of your face value. Okay? Amo na sa. Ang valuation ta sa zero coupon. Callable bonds, some corporate bonds are callable. So this means that the issuer has the right to repurchase the bonds at a predetermined price. So this is discussed a while ago. And for the convertible bonds, pwede siya ma-convert into common stock. Okay? So, wala na class ang aton nga discussion for debt markets. So, thank you and hope you learned something from this discussion.